You see that? Charged off as a bad debt, dispute resolved, customer disagrees. Okay. Have you guys ever gotten that? Have you guys ever gotten a response from the creditor after you either hired a credit repair company or you've tried to repair credit on your own, where the creditor states on your account status of the account that was disputed, that it was charged off as bad debt, or the account has already been resolved and the item has came back as verified? Well, there is an actual law that they violated when they did that. If you have disputed an account and the account came back as verified from the creditor, well, the creditor has to follow 15 USC section 1681D section A. And what that states is that they need to disclose how they investigated that item. And it gets a little bit more complicated, but if the creditor has not sent you written correspondence within 3 days after the initial request of the dispute, and they have to prove that they sent you that, and how would they do that? Well, and my guess is by certified mail. So oftentimes people on YouTube, they tell you to dispute things by certified mail. I don't do it. I don't believe in cutting down trees. The Bureau can do it. They could send you investigation results in writing. They have to, but you don't have to. There is a way to bypass that, to do it electronically, okay? To send your disputes, to make sure that they get a timestamp on that electronic dispute through their websites, through the backlinks, which I've discussed in other videos. These special links, these URLs that only internal sources or skilled people like myself have access to. And those are the methods that we use at Pinnacle to basically get those items off. Now, the trick is to get the bureaus to send you the certified mail or mail so you can prove, so they can prove that they actually followed compliance. And so my whole strategy with repairing credit is getting the creditors to play your game. Don't play their game. So it's just a tug of war when you're working with these bureaus, right? So the thing is that you're going to have to get them to play your game the whole time. And where a lot of people get discouraged is that in the credit dispute process, the bureaus keep on playing hardball, they don't budge, and then you think that it's not working. It's not working. Actually, the more that they do that, the closer you are to getting to victory, because they know that you're going to come close to the victory and get the item deleted. And so what they want to do is basically pretend it's not going to happen. So these are the strategies that may not be completely apparent to you and might be critically counterintuitive to you, but believe me, I can show you case studies and results. Let me show you. When I showed you this screenshot right here, okay, this was from a client of mine, okay? So we have this screenshot of the account. She says, see, dispute resolved every time, customer disagrees. And it says, wait until what happens next. Okay, sounds good. And she waited, and she did the right thing. So she waited, and she basically gave us some good reviews, because guess what? We got the account deleted. Let's see here. I mean, why else would she leave us a review? I hope we have, let me see if I have the proof of it being removed. Okay, well, I think we emailed it to her. Okay, but she gave us a review. Okay, she gave us a review, and in that review, boom, 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 boom. Yeah, I got notification of these disputes sent off. Okay, yeah. Oh, this is proof right here. I checked my new reports today, and only TransUnion was removed. Hopefully the other two bureaus will follow suit. And I said they will. Okay, and we did. And she says, looks like the bureaus are not budging. See, that's common. TransUnion is good. It's Equifax and Experian. Then TransUnion has no negatives anymore. Okay, so there's your proof. So you guys can see clearly in the beginning where TransUnion was a problem, and then it was no longer a problem, and the account got removed, and then we were waiting on Equifax, and Experian. Okay, and the bureaus do, I guess, communicate with one another. And so it makes sense why some bureaus would be more negligent than others. There's no trend that we really see because they all can be negligent at any time, because there's 3 bureaus and 1 creditor, and then there's you. There's always going to be multiple lines of communication with those bureaus, so you can't be confused. You need to hire a professional. There's just so much to credit repair that a lot of people don't know. There's no way in hell I could just post a YouTube video where you can grasp all of it. But I leave these videos so you guys can see we know what we're doing. We can address any situation, any problem. I'm literally telling you, any problem that you have, I've been through it before. I'm willing to bet. If I was a betting person, which I'm not, but for the sake of argument, I'm willing to bet I can fix your problem. I've been through it countless of times. So when an item comes back as verified as accurate, okay, they have to prove how they verified the item. And there's a criteria on how they have to prove it, and then there's a time frame they have to do it as well. So if they don't have those pieces of the pie, then guess what? There's no pie, right? So these are one of the many things that you guys should pay attention to. So if you're curious as to, is it possible to repair credit if the item came back as verified? Because some people give up at that point and say, oh, no one can fix it because other companies have gotten that far, but they didn't go that far. Well, there's a reason for that. You have to continue to go and follow the process. There is a process and a protocol to remove every single item, no matter how the creditor responds, because in the end game, it will get deleted.